What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Philo. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications bell because you don't want to miss any of my videos. And welcome to my last video of 2020. It's a heartbreaker, ladies and gentlemen, but it's the truth as we're heading in to the new year. I hope you guys are going to have a great and better year than this year, 2020. We can still say this year because we're still in 2020. But hopefully you guys have a better 2021. And what is a great ending video than ranking every WWE pay-per-view of 2020 and putting them in a tier list. So that's what I'm gonna do today. This is my last video of 2020. Unfortunately, we had ups and downs this year. We did lose our 156 subscriber with 1,000 views channel. But the ups is that we made a new one, and we're going out this one. So I'm so thankful for each and every single one of you guys. And let's get on with today's video. Now let's start with the Royal Rumble. Nothing to say about the Royal Rumble except for the Royal Rumble this year was God tier. It was just amazing from beginning to end. The men's Royal Rumble match was amazing. The matches were amazing. The women's Royal Rumble match was amazing. The whole pay-per-view was amazing. And Royal Rumble 2020 absolutely deserves God tier, in my opinion, of course. The next pay-per-view was Elimination Chamber 2020, and I have some stuff to talk about the Elimination Chamber. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be a mark and put it in just utter garbage, even though I should, but I'm going to put it in alright, but could have been better. Because, and only because, I did enjoy the matches on the card, and I did enjoy 1 out of 2 Elimination Chamber matches, which was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber match. That was good, but the women's Elimination Chamber match was just oh my gosh, terrible. It was just terrible. It was like a 5-minute match, and it's the Elimination Chamber match. Are you serious, WWE? You could have done the women's Elimination Chamber match a little better. Now, let's talk about Super Showdown 2020, and I should put it in just utter garbage, but I did enjoy some of the matches, so I'm gonna put Super Showdown 2020 in meh. Some of the matches were good. Some of the matches saved that Fiend Goldberg match, and WWE, one thing to tell you guys, out of everyone in the WWE and everyone in the past in WWE, you have the Fiend drop the title to Goldberg. Are you serious? I mean, is something wrong? I could have absolutely written that 100% better. Just saying. Anyway, let's talk about WrestleMania 2020. WrestleMania 2020 deserves a meh as well. And the only reason why I'm putting it in meh, because some of the matches were great, some of them were bad, some of them were in the middle, like, you know what I mean? Like, Braun Strowman and Goldberg was disappointing. It wasn't that great of a match. The Boneyard match was amazing. The Firefly Funhouse match was creative. Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar, that was good. Like, if we were splitting up both of the shows of WrestleMania, like night 1, night 2, then I would put it in God tier. But WrestleMania absolutely deserves, like, in a middle meh, in my opinion. Excuse me. Now, the next pay-per-view I'm going to be talking about is Money in the Bank 2020. And Money in the Bank 2020, other than the risk is worth the reward Money in the Bank match, I don't think that there was another match on that card that was good, other than Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and the Money in the Bank match. Like, yeah, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt it wasn't even good. That's why Money in the Bank 2020 deserves a meh, in my opinion. The next match, the next pay-per-view we're going to be talking about is, I believe, Horror Show at Extreme Rules. And 100%, guys, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but Horror Show at Extreme Rules, it is just utter garbage. Like, I didn't even enjoy one single bit, except for the Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt match, the Wyatt Swamp fight. That was the only match on the card that I enjoyed. Other than that, it was just a meh pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view that we're going to be talking about is Payback 2020. And Payback 2020 wasn't ruined, wasn't alright. I'm going to put it in meh as well, because I believe they could have put another match in there. Like, yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns did win the Universal Championship, and Keith Lee did make his debut, but some of the matches weren't that great, like Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Bayley and Sasha Banks wasn't that great in my opinion, but it definitely deserves a meh. And just saying this now, guys, there's going to be a lot of pay-per-views that I'm going to be putting in meh. That's how bad of a year it was for the WWE. Next pay-per-view I'm going to be talking about is SummerSlam 2020. And SummerSlam 2020, I think, in my opinion, deserves a God tier. But I'm putting it in God tier because of Roman Reigns' return and of the ring imploding. I believe. Was that Payback? No, that was Payback. No. But SummerSlam does deserve a God tier because it was an amazing show. From top to bottom, we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match, and it was just an amazing show. We had Asuka getting back the Raw Women's Championship, and the only reason why I'm putting it in God tier is because of Roman Reigns' return. Next pay-per-view we're going to be talking about is Clash of Champions, the Gold Rush 2020. And Gold Rush 2020, Clash of Champions, also deserves a meh, because the only two matches that were amazing on the card was the ambulance match between Drew and Randy, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Those were the two memorable matches that I took out of the card. That was amazing, and that's why it only deserves a meh because of that. Next pay-per-view we're going to be talking about is Hell in a Cell 2020. And Hell in a Cell 2020 also You know what? I'm gonna be putting Hell in a Cell 2020 in God tier as well, because although 2 of 3 Hell in a Cell matches were good, I mean, it was a good pay-per-view overall, with Sasha Banks winning the SmackDown Women's Championship, Randy Orton winning the WWE Championship, even though I didn't want him to. And the only Hell in a Cell match that was terrible was Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell. I mean, Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns in a Hell in a Cell match, that I Quit match, was amazing. And if it was just that match and that show for that only match, then that 100% deserves a God tier. And that's why I'm putting it in God tier. The next pay-per-view is Survivor Series, the best of the best. And Survivor Series, best of the best, I am putting it in meh. Because the only thing good about Survivor Series was the tribute to Undertaker. And you know what? I'm going to be putting it in alright, but could have been better. Because if I was Mr. McMahon, I would write it out. I would have made a whole better women's championship, champion versus champion match. Like, we already had Asuka and Sasha Banks in the summer. Let's have, like, 2 women that haven't faced each other before go head to head at Survivor Series. And the only thing that I could bring out that was good match-wise was Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns one-on-one. And Undertaker's tribute last. His, farewell. His final farewell. Those were the only 2 things that I could have taken out from that pay-per-view. And the last pay-per-view of 2020, TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. Nothing else to say about it, except for it 100% deserves a God tier. TLC is my first pay-per-view that I watched ever live. TLC having a good kickoff show, with the 8-man tag team match. The TLC match between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns was just mwah. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles was mwah as well. Miz cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, even though he got it back, was amazing. TLC 2020 was just amazing, in my opinion, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications bell because you don't want to miss any of my videos. And once again, guys, this is, sadly, my last video of 2020. I hope you guys had an amazing year, as other than what happened in the world. Hopefully you guys have a better year in 2021. And in next video, it's gonna be my first video in 2021. So I can't wait to see what happens in the future. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I love each and every single one of you guys. I hope you guys are doing all well. See you guys in 2021. But until then, peace. Oh, and before I end today's video, I gotta give credit where credit is due, and giving credit to my man, Aiden Wrestling, because he's the one that did create this tier list, and he's the one that started, and he's the one that made a video on the actual pay-per-views of WWE and not the takeovers. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, I appreciate y'all. I love each and every single one of you guys. See you guys in 2021. But until then, peace. Love you guys so much.